Hello, collective. Oh, wow. The camera started on its own. I was preparing and then it just started. So, hi, this is Tina from Cosmic Turtles. Let me get my cards here. Because the universe wanted everything to start right away. But we'll give it a second here. I have some sage. I'm just gonna get a leaf here. It was a gift, and I appreciate that. Oh, it's so nice to receive a gift. And but it's not only for the giver, it's also for the receiver, and it's also for the observer, right? Okay, let's see what we got in the collective today. So I burn a leaf. And we smudge the collective. We send good thoughts to the collective. Alright, let's see. We'll put that right there. Just another tiny leaf. We'll light that one up too. Look at that. Just as you are a flame. A flame amongst the chaos of darkness that a lot of us are facing. It's not so much a darkness that's on the outside of you. Remember that. It appears that way because we project our own, whatever it is, we project it outwardly, and since nobody is accepting fear anymore, it gets sent back to you for you to deal with your own. It's not, excuse me, it's a little warm today. It's not an easy thing to do. I mean, it's as easy as you allow yourself it to be. Although, when you go through whatever it is that's challenging, a lot of times you're going to be, you're facing yourself, even though it's mirrored through others. It's just for that self-reflection. The universe is benevolent. It's going to give you everything you need for your development to get to the next step for yourself. It seems like it's a very trying time. Like it feels like you got to put some self-discipline and some effort to it. And indeed, that is true. It does require that on your part. Your own self-discipline, you need to develop that. Well, you need. I keep saying need, but what I mean is you get to. Okay? You get to develop that. And that's how you empower yourself. Because you get to build yourself. Okay. So let's see what we got for the collective. The card on the bottom of the deck is the World. So this will be something that has to do with the collective. It's an energy that a lot of us were facing with. What brought it on, energetically speaking, was that new moon we had not long ago. That new moon, it brought to the surface either residual fears, and it could have been a collection of fears over all the years you've lived so far. It could be a reoccurring event that keeps happening over and over and over again. Whether it's a reoccurring event, whether it's something that reminds you of the past, whether it's a trigger or a recurring event that keeps feeling like it's triggering you, just know that as you sit with it, as you sit in your feelings of uncomfort with it, you get to have that higher self come in and also guide you through it. Because you cannot escape what it is that's painful, or that was always painful. It's not until it doesn't bother you anymore that it's gone. That you know for yourself, for your own self-development, that whatever it is that was triggering or troubling or annoying, it's not until it doesn't bother you anymore, because you've sat and listened to your guidance and actually went through it, that you start seeing the wisdom in the lessons that you experience, so you could evolve. Look at that. First one that flipped right on the top, the Empress. You are doing wonderful, no matter where you think you are in your development. Some people, they think, I've been doing so good, and then all of a sudden I allowed fear to take me over, and then I blew up. That's someone I didn't really want to blow up to. It's just that's the person that was there. And you think, and then you start beating yourself up. Stop that. Stop that self-sabotage programming. Recognize that's what it is. Stop that right away. Say, no, I'm not doing that. Instead, I'm going to see that, okay, we're human beings. In spirit, we have all the answers or access to it. In human experience, we feel inadequate. We feel that we're not good enough. And that's that imposter syndrome. That's that, and that's the ego playing a trick, pretending to be your intuition at the moment. It's not. But recognizing that's, once you recognize it, even if it's after the fact, it's okay, as long as you recognized it for yourself. And this is what brings you into that Empress mode. Any little mustard seed of positivity, despite how much negativity is weighing on you, any little mustard seed of positivity will make a lot of that heaviness disappear once you realize it. And the next time, you're going to catch it right on. And the time after that, you're going to catch it just before, so it doesn't even happen. And then you start to feel how the universal laws work for you. Okay? So, take what resonates. What doesn't, listen to it again. If it doesn't make sense at all, throw it out the window. Seek. There's lots of informations explained in different ways than I can at the moment. There's lots of different channelers that can explain things in a way that would resonate more with you. And that's why there's so many of us waking up, because each one of us is going to have like a group of people where it resonates at that moment. And then after another eclipse or whatever happens astrologically that affects all of us as humans, on the humanity level, you'll have a shift in perspective within, so then maybe that reader won't be as resonating anymore. Maybe it'll be a different one that you find. So you keep seeking, keep following that path, that energetic path that's being shown to you. Okay? Ooh. Quick, swift movement. Hey, this is movement forward, the Knight. If you embody the Knight of Wands, you are ready to start something new for yourself. And you're ready in a passionate way. And you're ready in a way that requires courage. Courage means even though you have some fear, you're still willing to move forward. This is what this embodies. You have courage to move forward. If this is an encounter of someone that might inspire you, or a love relationship, or any kind of relationship, this is someone coming towards you, and that's going to engender that kind of inspiration in you. It could be someone that's coming as a help. And like I said, it could be you yourself realizing something, and then your passions are ignited. Okay? Always be mindful that as you get a big high, remember, it will irritate the other sides of you that are not fully integrated. And that side will activate shortly after. So you may have one day you got lots of energy, and the other day you kind of feel down because that other side of you that you get to integrate or realize that you got a separation within you. So bring that separation closer and closer and closer every day. That's what makes you whole. That's what helps you with your feeling of empowerment. Okay. And continue working with your own self-discipline. If you've been doing meditations every day, continue doing that. Even if you find a different meditation, continue doing these things. Don't give up on those things. Keep going with those things, because it's your self-discipline and willingness to move forward that's going to get you through what it is that you are wanting to get. You're wanting to understand, integrate, let go of what you don't need out of that, and move forward. Okay? So these are just like, you know how we used to say there's these chains of bondage that we need to break? Maybe you've broken the initial chain, but there's still some links attached to you. And they will attack you if you don't realize you need to remove each one of those links. Okay? So it's just I say need again. I'm realizing this. I'm working real hard with my own speech to realize if I'm saying need or not. Need adds too much pressure on a person, and I realize that from my own experience. So I'd like to share with you that the power of our own speech affects what we're creating for our own future. So I'm going to say you get to break each one of those links. You get to disassemble and restructure what will empower you instead. Okay. See, what else do we got for the collective? Ooh, one flipped right away. Oh, look at that. There's going to be a message. Either text, phone call, email, like a message directed towards you or a group of you. And it has to do with your passions, what you're passionate about. At the core, what you're passionate about. If what you're passionate about at the core is, I want to help people. Okay, so I want to help people. You may have been helping people in a way that drained you because you were giving, and there was no reciprocity. And then there's like in a job or something, they're asking, you're helping, but then you end up getting burned out. So there's different ways on, where was I going with this? There's different ways that your reality may present itself to you. So this is a message coming to you. Oh, this is where I was going with it. For my own example, I was just scrolling through Facebook, and I saw this thing that was free for a few weeks, and it's a little course, and it's to empower you as a healer or someone that likes to help other people. Life coach, healer, card reader, whatever it is. And it was free, and so I applied for it. So it was like a message guided from the universe to me. So you can receive those. You can this message is going to come through you, to you, or through you by dream, phone call, text, messaging, email, and it will have to do with what you're passionate about, what you're deeply would like, what you're wanting, what you deeply like to have present or manifest in your life. Okay? So be on the lookout for that. That's the middle of the read right now. So it's be on the lookout for opportunities or for messages that come through So it helps you in your development. It helps you with maybe a new adventure. Okay, what else do we got for the collective? One wanted to come out and it went back in. Wheel of Fortune. Things will turn in your favor when you turn into your own favor. If you keep having negative self-thought, if you keep putting yourself down, if you keep listening to the promptings of ego, if you keep, it's going to bring you into a life experience. They'll give you a lot of lessons, which means it may be painful. And it may be a repeat of something you already went through. And there was just this little tiny thing you didn't catch on in the other experiences. But this time you have the opportunity to actually catch on to it. For others of you, this is the moment to go forward, step out of your comfort, walk into the unknown, and do something, no matter how scared shitless you feel. So it'll require some courage, and things will go well, because whatever shows up in that experience that may appear as opposition, you will be able to handle and turn around in a good way. All right? So keep the faith. Keep the faith. Some of these things, there's people driving by. I'm at the wharf again with the water and the ducks and the boats. And this, it's a Trans Am. They may have a hole in their. They may have a. They might have a hole in their muffler. Okay. So for some of you, this Wheel of Fortune may be that you are in training right now. You're training with other people. You're learning that your vulnerabilities are your strength. Okay? You're learning how to use those vulnerabilities and how to develop them into a strength. Because when reaching with other people want to know that you know what you're talking about. They want to know that you went through crap too, right? And that you actually succeeded from going from crap to doing better for yourself, right? And because if you speak to someone that never had a hardship in their life, and they'll say they never had a hardship, everything was all handled to them, was all given to them, silver spoon, like people that went through a lot of hardship that want to overcome that, they will not feel like this other person is resonating with them. They'll want someone that went through the depth of experience like they did, but they actually got on the other side of fear, actually got on the other side, actually went through it, okay? And so whoever it is that you're allowing to help with training, if they mention that they have been through what you're going through, and they also, a lot of us, we continuously still have challenges, no matter what level we're up, we're still gonna have the challenges of before, because it's always like this. It's like you go up for a certain, in a certain aspect, but you go back down just for that moment, and then you push that up. It's like you're pushing all your levers up to be consistent, and then there's another wave, and then you move up in one aspect, and then you catch up all the other parts of you. I don't know if you're following me, but I'll say it this way. Let's say you have a physical challenge. Well, the physical challenge is going to affect your mental. It's going to affect your intellectual ability for reasoning. It's going to affect your spiritual trust in the universe, right? So when you start seeing results in one of those departments, it kind of helps with moving up all the other ones, okay? Then comes a time where you need to balance, or you need You get to balance everything that you've learned so far. You get to balance it out. And then you're doing good for a while until the next wave of whatever it is that's coming that we don't know yet. And it might throw you off kilter, or you practice doing the balance thing for so long that you're able to navigate, you're able to surf through the waves. There we go. That's a better analogy. I get them as they go. The analogies, because it comes in pictures. And then you'll feel real good about yourself that you're like, oh, I got this wave, right on. Okay, let's keep doing my breathing, my meditation, my exercise, whatever it is that I need to keep my internal peace intact. That's when the internal peace is there, you got clarity of mind. You got more speed of analyzing things. You get to put things in perspective. You feel a little bit more comfortable walking in any unknown situation, because you start having that pattern recognition that, oh, all systems are the same. There's a certain way of things in everything. That's when you get to know yourself more. You also get to know the whole world. You get to know everything that is more. And then it becomes more exciting for your own experience. And you'll have moments of that. Doesn't mean you live it every day. It means you're getting used to it at first until you're able to do it every day. It's kind of like walking, but none of us really remember when we took our first steps and fell on our butt and took a few more steps. Our willingness to get back up, that was strong in us as a baby. And then as we grow, we allow our mind and all that to affect our ability to get back up, to motivate ourselves. So it's just it's a balancing act. The whole thing is a balancing act. Be good to yourself. Be good to your shadow self, because that's just parts of you that were not liked by somebody else. And you decided to listen to that somebody else instead of listening to you, which you already accepted yourself back then. But all those years that you did not accept yourself, now you got to backtrack and kind of forgive yourself for all that, okay? And we're not perfect. That's the beauty about being in the human experience, is that as a human, we are not perfect. We're always evolving. So if you go into this experience from this moment now, knowing that we're not perfect, we're always evolving, so it's okay to make mistakes, because it's through the mistakes we get our teachings, learnings. Then it makes it takes a weight off your shoulders from trying to be this perfect, idealistic, and that was only ideals from other people. Had nothing to do with you, so it's none of your business. Okay? Alright, so let's see what else we got. Okay, so there's gonna be there's gonna be truth, a message of truth that comes to you. This message of truth might trigger a feeling of loss, or seemingly so. It might remind you of experiences where you experience loss, like loss of a friendship, loss of a relationship, loss of understanding, loss of trust, whatever that has to do with the emotional realm. Okay, so this message that comes through very sharply, it's going to affect you on a deep level. But the thing is, you're going to realize something out of this experience, because you're going to turn around and see, never mind what you think you lost, look behind you. There was always those 2 cups. And then look behind you. Look, there's this bridge here. And this bridge brings you right to the castle. So, and then you rise up as a star. The star is you went through stuff that made you feel very vulnerable. However, you gained strength from it. So this is where you're going towards. Okay? Like I said, don't lose hope. Keep the hope about you. Alright? What else do we got? It says the universe got your back and that you are always supported. Anything that you feel you've achieved and you're proud about it for yourself, celebrate the small stuff. Celebrate the small steps. And to some it may feel like small stuff, but it isn't. It's a big step because it's been a long time coming. And this little success that is so big for you, it's gonna have you have this feeling that, oh my goodness, what else is possible? And is it possible to see my ships coming in? Is it possible that who I am, what I've always been at the core, can become something that is amazing and great as I always thought it would be? This is the catalytic number 3. This is saying yes, and this is 2 3s in a row, right? You got the 3 cups and then 3 wands. So your emotions first get soothed, and then your passions get ignited. Okay? And this will bring you to your wish fulfillment. Things you hold of value, which is all of you, all of you, shadow, light, integrated, whole, one. This is how you get there. And every day is a maintenance thing. Every day it's continual. You'll notice the moment you don't do a certain thing that usually, like breathing right, you'll notice, oh, okay, I don't have the vitality I had. Oh, my manifestation kind of came a little weird. Oh, okay, now I'll know for next time. You will get there, all right? Everything you hold of value will blossom. And again, Hierophant, universe got your back through this whole thing. And the universe sends you compassionate beings to be around you, not only in a metaphysical way, but also in a physical way. It could be a total stranger. Let's say you're someone that never really went out on their own, okay? And then one day you decided, you made that choice, you decided, I'm going out there and I'm going to go on my own and I'm going to do this for myself. So you go and do that. While you're doing this, people are smiling at you. People are kind. If you feel a jolt of excitement, they join you with it and it enhances the experience. And these are all total strangers. This is how you know the universe got your back. Alright? This is one of the ways. Also, if it feels like you're like a child again, that's another way of knowing that the universe got your back. Anything that's beautiful, benevolent, the universe got your back. Anything that's like a tower moment, the universe got your back. This is the weird, funny part about it. And us as humans, we have a hard time accepting it that way. We figure there's an idealism. If it's going to be good, it should always be good. But the thing is, if everything's good, you'll eventually take it for granted. So us humans sometimes need to have that, oh geez, okay, I get it. You need a little bit of a, it's kind of like shock therapy, but not actually. It's just the way life presents itself to you. And that kind of, oh, okay, it's just a reminder to say you've been going this way, but gradually, not knowing, you were just going off course, and now you got to this point where the distance between where you want to be and where you're going is not the same. So you kind of get and you're back, and then you keep going forward. Okay, so don't worry about that little hiccup. Learn from it. That's it. That's all anyone asks. Those that say, no, you should have and you could have, and no, they're not respecting your journey. You can do away with them or allow them their space because they're not resonating, not in the same circles. This is where there's that separation, and allow that to happen. So, but then when you reset and realign, you get to see all that beauty again. Okay? Small steps becomes a big leap. Trust in yourself. Trust in the journey. There's more to come. This is Tina from Cosmic Turtles. We'll see you next time.